Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic that what is debit card. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in technology and debit card, you want to learn about it. So let's start friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. And also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, what is debit card? A debit card is a payment card that deducts money directly from a customer's checking account when it is used. Also called check cards or bank cards, they can be used to buy goods or services or to get cash from an automated teller machine or a merchant who will let you add an extra amount onto a purchase. Now, how a debit card actually works? A debit card is usually a rectangular piece of plastic resembling any charge card. It is linked to the user's checking account at a bank or a credit union. The amount of money that can be spent with it is tied to the account size, the amount of funds in the account actually. In a sense, debit card works as a cross between ATM cards and credit cards. You can use them to get cash from a bank's automated teller machine as with the former, or you can purchase with them like the latter. In fact, many financial institutions are replacing their plain vanilla single purpose ATM cards with debit cards that are issued by major credit payment processors such as Visa or MasterCard. Such debit cards come automatically with your checking account. Whether being used to obtain cash or to buy something, the debit card functions in the same way. It draws the funds immediately from the affiliated account, so your spending is limited to what's available in your checking account, and the exact amount of money you have to spend will fluctuate from day to day along with your account balance. Debit cards usually have daily purchase limits as well, meaning you can't spend more than a certain amount with them in one 24-hour period. Debit card purchases can be made with or without a PIN. If the card has a major payment processor's logo, it often can be run without one, just as a credit card would be. Debit card fees. By and large, debit cards don't cost anything extra. There are no annual membership fees or cash advance charges. However, they don't always allow you to escape fees completely. If you withdraw cash from an ATM that is not from or affiliated with the bank that issued your debit card, you may be well charged an ATM transaction fee. What if you use the card to spend more than you have in your account? You can get hit with insufficient funds charges similar to those incurred by a bounced paper check. If you have registered for overdraft protection, you will incur overdraft fee. You might also incur a replacement card fee if yours is lost, damaged or stolen, and a foreign transaction fee if you buy something in a foreign currency. All these applies to regular debit cards which pay with funds drawn on your checking account. A prepaid debit card which has a set amount of money stored on it, it is different. In fact, it's almost a different animal together. Now, debit card versus credit card. Given that many debit cards are being issued by credit card companies, the distinction between credit and debit cards can seem as well a piece of plastic. Aside from the word debit on its front, a debit MasterCard looks identical to a credit MasterCard, for example, and can be used anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Some debit cards offer reward programs similar to credit card reward programs, such as 1% cash back on all purchases. A debit card bearing the logo of a credit card issuer offers many of the same consumer protections, such as not holding you liable for fraudulent purchases made by someone swiping your card number. But credit cards and debit cards work in fundamentally different ways. Using a debit card to make a purchase is like writing a check or plunking down dollar bills. You are paying for the item then and there, drawing on funds in your bank account. When you use a credit card, you are essentially borrowing money from the card company for the item. It pays the merchant, then bills you for the amount. You repay it when you get your monthly statement. If you don't pay the whole amount, you pay interest on the remaining portion as you would with any loan. You can get cash with both debit and credit cards. But again, when you get it from a credit card, you are borrowing money as the term for it. Cash advance applies. If you use your credit card to get cash at an ATM, the money is not coming out of your bank account, it's coming from your credit card account. And you pay interest if you carry a balance, that is, don't pay it back right away. So you don't carry a balance on a debit card because each and every time you use it, you are paying for the item in full or taking out money that already belongs to you. The big advantage is debit cards don't put you into debit you can't spend more than you have. The downside is you are limited to how much you have in your account. So that makes credit cards a better option for large purchases you want or need to finance actually. Now the advantages and disadvantages of a debit card. With debit card, consumers are effectively making their purchases in cash, that is, with money they actually have as opposed to money borrowed on credit. But they are considerably safer than cash. Every transaction made with a debit or check card will appear on the account holder's monthly statement, making it easy to see what the money went. And while lost or stolen cash is gone forever, a lost or stolen debit card can be reported to the bank, which can deactivate the card, remove any fraudulent transactions from the cardholder's account, and issue a new card. Debit cards are easier to get if you have poor credit as long as the bank lets you set up an account you are in and you don't have to apply for them as you do with credit cards, nor do you pay annual fees. Because debit cards don't charge merchants much, merchants don't impose minimum purchase amounts on debit cards as they often do with credit cards. Note that debit cards generally don't offer as many perks or have as many protections against fraud as credit cards. For one thing, if an identity thief gets into your actual bank account and withdraws funds, you lose the money immediately. Getting it refunded can be tough. Although your expenditures on the debit card are limited to the money you have in the bank, and what with auto bill pay, auto deposits, and ATM withdrawals, it can be hard to remember how much is in a checking account at any given time, making it tricky to use a debit card for purchases. Your card could be declined or you may incur overdraft fees actually. Friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.